Hey, 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 happy Friday, warriors. How's everyone doing out there? I hope everyone's doing well. As you see, I'm up, doing pretty good. Just wanted to jump on and talk a little bit, say, hey, what's going on? Hope everybody is thriving and pushing forward and being strong and kicking MS butt. Yeah. As for me, not too much has changed since my last post. I'm maintaining weight at 118. I'm fluctuating between 118, 120. Yeah, but hopefully soon that'll change. I'm literally 5 days out from surgery. Yeah. So, as you guys know, or those that are seeing this video first, I have multiple sclerosis and gastroparesis. You can get gastroparesis from a few things. Number one being diabetic, number two, medications, number three, multiple sclerosis. What causes GP is the damage to the vagus nerve that controls our stomach muscle. It controls the diaphragm muscles, it controls your intestinal muscles. It's one of the biggest important vessels that come out of our spinal cord, runs through our body and goes outward. Yeah. The biggest one is the aorta. I believe vagus is next in line. Vagus, however you want to say it. I think it's really pronounced Vegas. So yeah, so my stomach procedure is called GPoem, and it is, well, actually, that's abbreviated. It's pyloromyotomy, gastric pyloromyotomy, where they're going to go down. They're going to make a tunnel through my stomach because there's layers to your stomach. And to get to the ring, the pyloric sphincter ring here, they're going to dig a tunnel and through the stomach layers to get to that pyloric muscle. They're going to cut it. They're going to cut it and open it up so it'll aid helping my food pass to my intestines. That's where I'm having problem. My stomach is delayed at 25% paralyzed. They say paralyzed, delayed. I'm at 25%. So that's why the weight loss, I'm not able to eat. I bloat. Satiety, oh, Satiety. Anyway, I get full real quick. So 4 bites in, 5 bites in, I'm done. Bad bloating if I eat certain foods that irritate. Yeah. Besides the pain, if you eat correctly, you kind of eliminate a lot of the pain. I still get a little abdominal pains here and there. Just, my body working, trying to digest the food. But since I changed my diet, it's improved, I would say 60, 70%. Yeah. So, there's a whole diet made up for gastroparesis, that kind of thing. No fiber, no greasy, no fibrous vegetables, nothing raw, no seeds, no skins. Yeah, there's a lot to it. A lot. But, and then that's how you lose all the weight. You can't eat the junk, the fatty foods. Your stomach is having a hard time digesting the fats. So hamburger meat is a no-no for me. Chicken is fine. Any seafood so far, mussels, scallops, shrimp, crab, fish, I do well with that. Salmon I do well with. I don't like salmon, but I eat it every now and then because for the health benefit. It's weird because I can eat kiwi, and those have all the little tiny seeds. Papaya, not the seeds. I won't try that, but the papaya really helped with nausea. And I have papaya enzymes for nausea that my GI doctor told me to try. So papaya has the enzyme capsaicin, in it that deals helps calm nausea. It works really good. The fruit, the pill don't work as good as the fruit. I don't like papaya otherwise. It's not sweet enough for me and it has a funky smell sometimes. So it's like, I don't know, but I eat it anyway. I chopped it up, froze it. It's not good once it defrosts though. Yeah, it's like really just turns to mush. Oh, yeah, that wasn't good. But yeah, so um those things, there's gastroparesis. Um there's not too many treatments for gastroparesis. There's one or two meds. One can cause tardive dyskinesia, and that's the Reglan. That's what was happening to me. I had to stop it. Erythromycin made me really sick. No, I wouldn't say really, really sick. It just made me feel sick. So I stopped it. And then the procedures, Botox, I had that to the pyloric sphincter muscle, same muscle that they're going to be cutting. There's a stimulator for the stomach. It's an implant, but they don't like to put it in people who have MS because we can't go into an MRI machine with that implant in our abdomen. That has to be surgically removed. But that is an option, a stimulator. After the stimulator, the Botox, and the GPoem, which I'm having, I don't know what else is on the table, honestly. That's the main, that's the treatments for it. So that's that. So, but I'm doing this procedure in the attempt of preventing a feeding tube because of the massive weight loss. My nutritionist said I have only a little wiggle room left before the feeding tube needs to be taken seriously and put in. I have, well, last month she was giving me 3 months, but this is before I scheduled surgery. So, yeah, you guys pray and hope, please, that this procedure works and I don't need a feeding tube. But I am really, really thin, really thin. I think I'm a size 3, probably even a 2. 4 pants are just so huge and baggy on me. I'm like, what the frig, man? I don't ever remember myself wearing a 4, even when I was young, teenage. I don't even think I wore a 4 ever. But otherwise, I'm keeping myself out of the hospital. I'm still eating. I'm doing Kate Farms nutrition drinks. They're plant-based. My nutritionist switched me to those. They're higher calorie. It's 100 plus more calories than one of the Ensures, and it's 3 ounces more than an Ensure. I am trying to get at least 1 in, 2 max. That's hard a day on top of still eating 4 or 5 bites here and there. Excuse me, my nose is itching. So yeah, so that's in 5 days. I'm excited for the outcome of feeling better. Summertime's upon us. I want to feel better. I want to be able to go to the park with my grandkids, take them to the water park, of course, when it's not blistering heat, because still I do have MS, and I'm not on any DMT since June of 2025. So I can't do the heat still. I feel better. Of course, my MS has taken a backseat to this GP. But still, in fact, I still have to be careful of everything because of my MS. So it's one of those things, darn if you do, darn if you don't. I feel better MS wise, but then I feel shitty because I have GP. So once this GP gets, under control and I start to gain some weight, I'm sure I'll feel, a lot better than what I do now. And the energy level, I'm sure, will come up, even though I suffer from fatigue with the MS, but this makes it even worse. So, if you guys don't mind, just send out, send out a prayer, that this is what I need. And like I always say, you guys with MS, or just on long-term medications, there's a medication that I had been on for years that causes GP as well. I have a few factors. They cannot and won't be able to pinpoint which one literally caused gastroparesis. Now, we just need to figure out what's gonna keep it under control. There's no cure. It's just changing diet, these procedures, that type of thing. So, I'm up for it. So, yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick shout out. Hey, have a good weekend. I'm open for questioning, and anybody's stomach's bothering them, please, please, please talk to your doctor. Don't wait. And actually, and honestly, and I'll say this probably forever, my stomach didn't start bothering me until I started on Kesimpta. And it started with the belly button pain first, like shortly after I started injecting Kesimpta. Before then, yeah, I got the nausea, the kind of mild, like with the MS and stuff, but nothing like what has transpired, not even. And when I started Kesimpta, a month or two in, I started having more and more pains in my stomach, and then I was injecting in my stomach, so who knows? But look, I've had MS almost 20 years now, since they say 10 years prior, and then now is rolling on 9 years. I never had that problem with my stomach. I will let you guys know, though, if there's damage to my vagus nerve. I don't know if there is. That's something that I am going to be discussing on the 16th of March with my neurologist to see, is it on film that I have damage there to that vagus nerve from lesions or whatnot that will maybe eliminate the MS causing this damage to the vagus nerve. So there's many reasons why you can have damage to, that vagus nerve. So, but anyhow, so if you guys do have stomach issues, please speak to your doctor. The test they would want to run is the motility test. Eat the radioactive. I don't even know if it's radioactive, actually. It's just bread and water and eggs, and that's soft foods there. And then they want to take pictures every 2 hours to see how much food is left in your stomach every 2 hours. I think they do that twice. So I had that done, and that's when they discovered, I was 25% delayed at that time. Excruciating pain and everything up into that point to diagnosis, man. And of course, ER, that's where I was hunched over. I was in so much pain. So yeah, guys, so that's just a quick little chit chat with you guys. I hope everyone is well. Enjoy the weekend. The weather's getting nicer. Depends on what side of the world you're on. For us, though, right now, I believe 76 today, tomorrow in low 80s. So it's going to start getting nice. Will we have more rain? I think so, a little bit. But I'm here for it because I want it to come and go so I can be outdoors a little bit before July hits. August, because that's when it's, just blaring heat, and I want to get it in a little bit for summer, especially I'm gonna have a new stomach, so to speak. I'm gonna have, hopefully I'm gonna be fixed up, to enjoy, to go out and hit some food trucks, because they say you're going to be, I'll be able to eat a little better, a little more. Some people have went back to eating regularly. That I will not do, because I still have GP. My stomach is going to be cut open more, the muscle, to let food flow quicker. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to still be able to digest, go back to normal digestion. No. But yeah, I want to be able to enjoy, just to feel better, to, do some things this summer. I missed all last summer. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm happy to it. Oh gosh, see in my background, you see them clothes hanging right there? That's my clothes for surgery morning. I'm already ready. I don't have to spend the night in the hospital. I just have to, I can't be alone either after, which that's not an issue. I have to be watched, um, and cared for the first 24 hours. So, but right there, yep, that's the outfit. I'm ready. Ready, ready, ready. Rock steady. Let's go. So if they called me right now and said, "Hey, we have a cancellation. You want to come in?" I'm like, "Yep." I'll tell Larry, "Let's go. Start the Batmobile. We're out of here." So that's how ready I am. But yeah. So looking for nothing but positive results with this. The success rates are 70-80% in the 3 to 4 year. Then people start seeing some symptoms come back. But the good thing about it is, and of course, every individual is different just with everything. But I can have it again. That's the grand part. So, yeah. So, but okay, guys. So have a good weekend. I'm open for any comments, advice, or just say hello. Say, hey, what's up? What's going on? Let me know who has changed DMTs, what's going on. I've seen and read now there is the Ocrevus Nuvo 10-minute subcutaneous injection, Ocrevus, with Nuvo. Am I saying Nuvo right? That Nuvo, Nuvo, something like that. But it's 10 minutes injection, subcutaneous. Ocrevus, you got to do the IV, and it's over an hour and something, slow administration. You got to go in for it. Yeah, so that's new. Things are changing, guys. Like really, they are in the world of MS. Um, I read a lot of John Hopkins Medical, and I always verify. I don't believe everything I read on the internet. So I always make sure that I'm reading legitimate facts before I spread gossip about, treatments and MS and that kind of stuff. But I actually read in one of my MS groups that a gentleman had gotten this subcutaneous injection, and it's Ocrevus. So things in the world of MS are changing. That's terrific. So there's a lot of people that need the Ocrevus, so kudos to the scientists. So, but anyhow, guys, all right. So have a good weekend. I'll be posting again, maybe night before, day of, morning of my surgery, but most definitely 48 hours, maybe after. I'll give you guys a post and let everyone know that I'm doing well. Okay, guys. Thanks. I appreciate all the well wishes and the support and the prayers. It means the world to me. Thank you, guys. All right, warriors. Bye.